interesting to do the YouTube is because of the interaction between me and the audience. There's something going on. I get the comment like people call me grandpa, and I was thinking about it. I was thinking this way. I do this YouTube to share my idea to anyone, and there may be those 17 years old or 25, doesn't matter, but some of them said that they lost their grandpa, but my talk, when they listen, remind them of the grandpa. And I thought about it. I didn't think like that. I don't have grandchildren, so maybe without my thinking, I was doing it as if to talk to my grandparents or grandparents to be. And I thought additional thing, which is interesting to me, because my time left gets smaller, and then I die. Every year, maybe say 20% left, 15%, 10%, 5%, and the percentage of every year, the worth of it is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. At the end, you have last second, and then boom, I'm gone. And there's a story of let me see if I can pronounce it right. It's called Ouroboros. This is the image of a snake eating its tail, known as Ouroboros. I should take a picture and post it. It's an ancient symbol that represents the cyclical nature of life, death, and rebirth, as well as eternity and infinity. It signifies the continuous self-renewing process of creation, destruction, and regeneration in the universe. So that's the AI overview. My view on this, of how I do this, for example, I'm doing this meditation series, and also now Tao Te Ching. Every chapter I go through it, and when I finish the Tao Te Ching, then I may not come back anymore. So I move on to the next, and the next, and the next. So I'm like going through the CAPD, check, act, plan, do. I've been doing the CAPD, check, act, plan to live better, checking what's going on, figuring out what to do next, develop a plan and act on it, and check again, and so on. So let's say I kept on doing it all the way up to this age, 77, and at the 78, 79, and I may die at 80 or before or after. It's not much fun to think about it, but I do my best, enjoy my life, and this talk may be, I shouldn't call it, but like a will for the grandpa saying something, or they may have died already for you, the grandchild. So I may be somewhat representing the role of grandpa's idea. He may not say the same thing, he may be different, but this is opportunity for me to talk like that. And the way I talk, therefore, is CAPD, and I look back my life and capture it, and look at my life and capture it, and capture it, and capture it. So the amount of the capturing gets less and less and less as I talk. So after Tao Te Ching, I may choose something else, but eventually I may run out of the stuff I talk about. And if that coincides with my death, I do my job. I wanted to say what I wanted, and you may pick up or you throw away. It doesn't matter. But it's my job to leave something. It's an annual report. It's not the annual report, but the daily report, but the summarization of my learning, in a way, at each moment. And the message may change, but I do my best for the sake of clarifying who I am, what I have done, what I got, and share that and pass on to the next generation. And then I keep on doing, and the time gets less and less, and go on. So this Ouroboros, maybe this is a Greek word, I don't know. It's kind of like that, eating your tail gradually, and at the end there's nothing left. Gone. I think late Mr. Nakayama, my mentor, said something about it. I don't have that document, but I think he shared this view in one of, maybe that was the last book he gave to me. There was a summary of the book of what he has done. He has done maybe 30 books, 40 books. I don't know how many books he's written, but that was the last one. And he said, here it is, this is my last book. I expect you to take over, or some such thing. And when I read that sentence, when I received the book in America from Japan he sent, oh, I knew this is the last book. And he said that will be the last book. And maybe a year or so later he passed away. And the ending, just a little bit more information, was quite interesting. I got the phone call from the daughter, and the daughter said at the end of his life he was at the hospital, which I visited maybe a few months before that in Tokyo. And when he was talking with the doctor, it was just normal conversation. And the doctor looked away and then looked back to him, and he was gone. Snake eating his snake, and then boom. I have the book. Maybe this is not the book, but the YouTube as a way for me to keep eating my tail and share something like that. So here's a summary of that Ouroboros AI overview. Looking at the detailed look of this Ouroboros, snake eating his tail. Eternity and cyclicality is one of the message. The snake's continuous loop symbolizes the endless cycle of time, where beginnings and endings are interconnected and constantly repeating. You find what I'm reading in the description, by the way. So that's one item. Next item, life, death, and rebirth. The Ouroboros represents the natural cycle of life and death, where one phase gives way to another in an ongoing process. That sounds good. Just like what I was talking. Infinity, another element. The unbroken circle of the snake eating its tail also represents the concept of infinity, suggesting that everything is interconnected and part of a larger continuous whole. Next item, self-sufficiency. In some interpretations, the Ouroboros can symbolize self-sufficiency, as the snake provides for its own sustenance by consuming itself. Yes, I have that sense. I consume it, and there's something still to be born, to be mentioned in the next cycle, maybe tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after, if I keep doing it, eating my own tail, and nourishing myself, coming up with the idea until the last moment, and say, sayonara. May all being happy. Next item, dualism and union of opposites. It can also represent the union of opposites, such as life and death, creation and destruction, or light and darkness, suggesting that these seemingly opposing forces are interconnected and interdependent. Not just look one, but look as a whole. There's a dynamics of how things happen, each doing their job, and may all beings be happy and continuously moving in that direction. Last item, psychological significance. In psychology, the Ouroboros is sometimes seen as a symbol of the subconscious and the cyclical nature of human experience, including personal growth and transformation. I like this. The picture I have on this is that like a consciousness or the mind and subconscious, but deep at the root, there's alignment and continuous, how do you call it? Like a ball of catch. Alignment and the process being streamlined so that the idea of mind is connected to the subconscious and to the heart level with all the experience of it, and from that comes the wisdom and idea, and having that experience may be checked again to the core, like the snake eating its tail. So I do my own job of eating myself and spit out the YouTube. You figure out what to do with it. I do my job. It's your job. You can eat or spit out or whatever, but you become a snake, and you are the snake, and there's time for you to eat more from outside as well as eating yourself, and then go empty at the end. Make sure, my suggestion, empty out at the end. Let the world know your message. Let the world spit out what may come after, and we contribute generation to generation and over the boundaries, across people or within, connecting to the root, and do our job.